For months, the people of Sunderland had watched it grow, the new landmark on the banks of the River Wear. Nearly a century of football heritage had been left behind at the end of Roker Park. Now the sporting life of the city would have a new spiritual home, the biggest and the best new stadium to be built in Britain. It was to be given a name as ambitious as the whole concept, the Stadium of Light. Sunderland fans may have worried that the previous season's relegation from the Premiership would cast a long shadow over the new ground, but the first campaign was soon to explode into life.
And now Quinn gets the first goal at the Stadium of Light.
New generations of supporters would flock to the stadium, drawn by new heroes playing a thrilling brand of football that produced a cascade of goals.
That's gone to once again by Kevin Phillips.
The tradition of the Roker Roar lived on as a superb atmosphere quickly developed. The fans were to experience a season of relentless excitement and tension, and it would end in surely the most dramatic climax to a promotion campaign in Football League history. This is the story of Sunderland's first season in their new stadium, the year when the club came into the light. A new season, and former Newcastle midfielder Lee Clark was among three new faces as the climb back to the Premiership kicked off at Sheffield United. But it wasn't the best of starts.
Well, Bockus and Whitehouse over the free kick. Oh, flicks header, it's there! Jan Arge Fjortoft has started the season off with a goal, 32 minutes into the game. Ray. Oh, given away to Fjortoft. Well, Bockus has made another good run, hasn't he just? What a goal!
And so, to the first ever league game at the Stadium of Light. And after waiting 99 years to move to a new ground, a few more minutes wouldn't hurt. The game was delayed so that almost 39,000 fans could see Niall Quinn and Peter Reid make the perfect homecoming against their old club, Manchester City.
And Quinn could cash in here. And Niall Quinn gets the first goal at the Stadium of Light. And it was presented to him, and he took it. 16 minutes gone. City who break King Clancy, the danger man. Sunderland plenty of men to deal with it, though. The danger always. The referee points to the spot. 6 penalties last season, King Clancy. Can he do it now for City? No problem at all. That's the equaliser. It's a big deep free kick though from Michael Gramer back into the middle. And it's scored! And it's Kevin Phillips' first goal! May not be all over yet. Here's Lee Clark, and the £2.5 million man scores.
Well, it's just one of those situations. I saw the ball, they had a little bit of possession at the back, Man City, and I saw a chance. Will he try and knock it back to the goalkeeper here? And he just run thinking, well, he probably won't, but I'll run anyway, and I couldn't believe it. It went straight in my path, and it was bad luck for them.
When you look at the first division, we're going to get in the Premier League, everyone knows that, but when you look at the first division and you look at King Clancy and the boy Byrne, Chris Byrne, I think he had about 10 shots today. I mean, it's a great advert for the first division.
A bright start to life at the Stadium of Light, but on their travels, it was a different story.
Sunderland looking for offside against Andy Porter, but not getting it. Mills is in the middle. That's 1-0 to Port Vale, just 3 minutes gone. Porter, nice touch. This is Tony Naylor. Oh, he struck that superbly. 2-0, 6 minutes left in the first half. Naylor, a real run here. Still with Naylor. 3-0, a second for Naylor. Beautifully struck. corner. Ord is in there, and so too was Phillips. And Kevin Phillips has at least pulled one back.
Defeat in the Potteries put the pressure on for the visit of Norwich, but it was just one of those days.
This is Scott now. Back in by Quinn, and Phillips is there. Oh, against the upright. Clark once again springs the defensive line, looking for Phillips. Took it well in his stride, but Marshall stood his ground. Edie popping up on the other side, and it's Such who's carried on his run. That's a fine goal. Daryl Such gives Norwich the lead.
Port Vale was really poor. We didn't play well at all. And then Norwich, where I thought we played well, but didn't really get the breaks. Niall Quinn was playing in the game, but he wasn't 100% fit. And there were a few senior players carrying knocks, which is no excuse because the team you send out, you're hopefully good enough to do the job. But it was a poor start. I mean, it was something that, you know, considering where we ended up, the start was very, very poor and disappointing.
Three defeats in their first 4 games meant that victory over Oxford was vital, and after an early shock, September was the month the fight back began.
Well, becomes the corner towards the near post, which is dangerous. Ball was back there though. Oh, that's a blinding shot and a blinding goal from Mark Angel. What can they do from the set piece? Scott will take this one. Big men are all up there again. That's a goal. It's the equaliser, and it's Phillips again. Clark, whole new mood around this ground now. It's an awkward deflection, and it's gone in. And it's totally turned somersaults now. Chris Macon hit it and hoped a little bit. Michael Gray again with a corner kick. Whitehead had to punch. Now it's Lee Clark. Prepared to blast one. It's another goal. And it's Andy Melville. Well, it fell for him, and the big central defender hit it first time, and it flew in. Gray. Gray tries the shot. That's gone in. That was over the line. And Mickey Gray has opened the scoring for Sunderland. Phillips tries one. It's blocked. Here comes Kevin Ball. And that really rattled the woodwork. Clark's on a good run here. Clark still going. That's the second one for Sunderland. Lee Clark. What a flying start this is. Now Kevin Phillips, shaping for the shot, and scoring 3-0. Sunderland are really cruising now. Gray flying forward again. It's a fall for Johnston. Just a touch was all it needed. 4-0 Sunderland.
Johnston looking for the opening and giving Bennett a severe test, and the referee judged that the goalkeeper did get a touch to that.
It's all about getting the ball in the box, but Sunderland are going to try and get it in the Birmingham box.
Oh, Gray! And suddenly out of nothing, Birmingham, having made the change, concede the goal, and Michael Gray gets his second of the season. It's 1-0. Half a chance here. Good effort. Oh, he scored. Well, it was more than half a chance. It was a full one. Oh, it has broken, and he scored it too. Didn't look as though anything was on. Just look at the hesitancy in the Bury defence. Ball passed it forward. And up from the back is Williams. Sunderland have a corner. Oh, there's a chance on the line, and it's gone in. I think it was Ball, was it? Bridges is claiming it. Johnston's corner. The important thing is that it's 2-1. There's Ball. And it is Bridges.
Melville and Ball and Williams will make the deeper run. Melville's there. They're appealing for a handball on the line, I think, but the referee certainly wasn't having it. Tony Smith is out of position now, and Sunderland look to exploit that gap down Wolves' right-hand side. Michael Gray chips it in. What an excellent goal from Martin Smith! A perfect header, and that one has been coming all the way. Got a chance here to get a good ball in. Oh, that's gone in. That's a terrible own goal, Andy Melville. Gray, good possession, still got a posse of players to get through. Scott, first time with a crossing. Oh, what a superb goal, and it's Smith again. A fabulous header on Saturday, and that one just as impressive. Michael Gray, again the architect initially. Scott, first time with a cross, and Smith flew in there, just tucking it inside that post. Charge down there by Ray, could have let Smith in. Had a couple to beat, got past the first one, it's got him to beat again. Smith still going. That's 2-0, that's Alex Ray. Well, Alex Ray has had to wait for his first team chances, but he's one of the men called up tonight, and he's surely put this one out of Bury's reach. Smith this time the provider, always looking up for Alex Ray, and thumped in for his first of the season. Keeping that one up non-stop. You can see one or two of the Love Supreme fanzine people in there. Oh, that one's clipped in. And Bury at last a full run back. Now it's David Johnson.
But the month was to end on a low note, as 2 defeats at the hands of neighbours Middlesbrough and a disastrous trip to Reading left Peter Reid in desperate need of cheering up.
Clark, so hungry for possession, setting away Ball. Ray. Clark, Ball, Gray, Smith all in the box. It's Scott, and here's a chance. Smith is offside. The flag is up. It won't count. Smith's joy is short-lived.
Scott tries to strike, and I tell you what, just shows you what a hard job it is. That is not offside. When the ball comes to Smith, he tucks it away lovely, and you have to say Sunderland are very unlucky.
Here's a chance, it's Williams who's through! Great save, Alex Ray, blocked by Fleming. Here's Gray, blocked again by Fleming. Great defending from Curtis Fleming for Middlesbrough. Here's Merson, and still Paul Merson. Played behind Moore, but it's Emerson! Merson, lovely layoff. Robbie Mustoe, and it's 2-0. Mustoe showed great persistence. Here's a late chance for Williams. He steered it back and Johnston's shot turned in by Kevin Ball. And when it seemed that Sunderland could play all day and not score, finally Ball has broken through, but too late.
Perez getting plenty of distance on that, and it's coming straight back at Sunderland. This is Asaba through the middle now. Oh, what an emphatic finish. Williams chasing that all the way, and it's come back off the post. Well, that was a great bit of work there. And it's another dangerous-looking break by Reading. It's still with Asaba, and he's knocked in a second. 2-0 to Reading. Makin looking to knock this one back, and he's left that one short, and it'll fall for Williams. 3-0 Reading, Sunderland all over the place. Williams has a look up, Lambert's in the middle. 4-0.
There were 10 long days before Sunderland could try to get the Reading disaster out of their system, but a Coca-Cola Cup match against their Teesside rivals at the Riverside didn't provide the cure.
Fleming, given away though to Lee Clark, and the flag is down, and there's a real opening here, and it's Johnston in the middle, onto the top of the net. Now. And that's a good run by young Campbell. And he scored! It's the first goal for Andy Campbell! Harrison finding, and that's the second goal. And Craig Hignan is back.
We had a couple of good results. Bradford, Birmingham, and then we went away to Reading, and it was a disaster. We looked second best all over the park, and with great respect to Reading, aren't one of the top sides. And then it was decided we had to change something. I mean, experienced players like Ord, Melville were carrying knocks. Scotty wasn't 100%. I think Quinney was out then with his knee, and we needed to get it. But we changed it around, and I think we were in a poor position. I mean, obviously the support away from home at Reading was fantastic, but there was a lot of unhappy people. To be fair, there was an unhappy manager as well, because we were that bad. But you know, we changed it, and we stuck at it, and then from being very, very low, we started to rebuild things.
By now, the youngsters were starting to make their mark. Jody Craddock, Reed's summer signing from Cambridge, had joined Darren Williams in the centre of defence, but it needed two of the local lads to help them see off Huddersfield.
20 minutes gone, Sunderland with the free kick, Michael Gray looking to whip it in. Bartram missed it, that was against the post. Phillips with a good ball forward to Smith now, it needs the right touch. Is it going to make it? It's a goal for Martin Smith. A real impressive piece of opportunism there, and Sunderland have got the lead. Now Dalton looking for a break, looking for some support as well. Dalton still prepared to have a run. Dalton looking to go all the way. Oh, that's an excellent goal from Paul Dalton. Ball. Bridges. Good work by Michael Bridges. Now, can he finish it off as well? That's a great piece of individual skill from Michael Bridges, and Sunderland have got the lead. Johnston Oh, Clark's made a good run. Lee Clark shows his quality now, and Sunderland are bossing this match.
The summer signing of Kevin Phillips from Watford hadn't been the big-name striker the fans had been looking for, but he burst onto the scene with 4 goals in his first 5 games, until a knee injury put him on the sidelines. This penalty miss against Swindon was a rare blot on a memorable season. By now all the headlines were going to Lee Clark. This one didn't quite make it, but for the black and white convert, the goals would soon be flying in.
We're looking to play it up smoothly through the midfield. Bridges forward. Clark still pushing on. Clark's got it back again, and he scored. Lee Clark really worked for that one. Great, neatly hit square there. Clark again. Oh, brilliantly hit by Lee Clark. He turned, he had a good look up, and he really cracked that one past Muggleton. This is Paul Stewart now, and the former Sunderland striker has pulled one back. Bennett with the free kick. McIntosh, great save from Perez. Gannon looks to turn it back in. That was terrific work from the keeper though. Cook's corner. Dinning was in there, haven't got it away, and it's Gannon, Jim Gannon, 1-0 Stockport, 12 minutes to go. Virtually into stoppage time now. So many bodies there in the middle, somebody needs to get it across there. It's still loose. Clark, he's got the equaliser, Lee Clark, in stoppage time, 1-1.
For the second successive game, it was goalless at the Stadium of Light, though after being put clear by Clark, Alan Johnston must still be wondering how he missed the target. Former Sunderland schoolboy Clive Mendonca went even closer, a great turn on the edge of the box, and the Charlton striker almost marked his return to Wearside with a second-half winner. Next up was a visit from long-time First Division leaders, Nottingham Forest.
Hoydon with a touch, but couldn't find Stone. Instead, it set Martin Smith away for Sunderland. Smith looking for Phillips, and it's an excellent goal, and Kevin Phillips finds the back of the net. 2 minutes gone. Campbell looking for Bart Williams, but Steve Stone has made an excellent run. Back for Bart Williams, fine save from Perez. It's not clear yet. Craddock puts it away. A good move opening up here. Oh, what a great save by Perez. Ball again to Forest, who are really pressing hard. And that's gone in. It's a goal, and it's Yelder who's come forward and got it.
The Forest game saw the return of Niall Quinn, who'd been out for 2 months with yet more ankle trouble. Peter Reid always said the big Irishman would be a key member of the squad when he was fit, and how right he was.
I had so much expectations after having very little input the year before, and so much expected of me, and after a couple of games my knee had gone again. So to spend 12 or 14 games watching the lads, we weren't flying by any means. There was people getting restless in the stands, and it was a very frustrating time. So to actually finally get back out on the pitch against Forest was it was a great thrill, even though it was only for about 3 minutes. I nearly scored, but it was just good to be back.
Williams, the defender, but Pethick's got round him, and Pethick is away here. Williams chasing back, and Aliosi, John Eliosi gives Portsmouth the lead after 7 minutes. Michael Gray. Smith took that one neatly in his stride and a great shot. I don't think Alan Knight knew too much about that one. Smith with a corner then, and Quinn, Niall Quinn is back, and that is a terrific equaliser. He got up so high, that's what Quinn can do all right. Gray, Smith again, he's been causing problems down this left-hand flank, just knocked into the path of Johnston, good diagonal running. Here's Lee Clark, still Lee Clark. That's real quality finishing from Lee Clark, his 7th of the season. Johnston fancies his chances from here, it seems. Oh, and no wonder. Johnston 3-1, perfectly taken. The wall completely useless, and Knight never had a prayer of getting near it. Summerby, the substitute, scrapping away there. Clark, oh, knocking that one through coolly to Johnston. And here comes Summerby. Nicky Summerby on his debut. 4-1 to Sunderland. Johnston really had to stretch. It was a great ball from Clark, and Summerby was not going to miss out on that one. That's a great start for him. Gordon Armstrong against his old club with the free kick. Lucchetti, oh, he's belted that one home, Chris Lucchetti. 1-0 Bury. 9 minutes gone. Gray. This is a good run from Michael Gray, looking for something on the end of it now. And Phillips is there, and he squeezed it over the line. Now this is Paul Dalgleish, son of you-know-who. It's a good long throw. Gray can only help it on, and Dalgleish. Oh, what a story that would have been for Paul Dalgleish. Hanging on here a little bit, Sunderland under this attack. And Perez, that's a flying save, and a really important one from Perez.
November had seen the end of crowd favourite Craig Russell. The Jarrow lads' goals had helped lead Sunderland to the First Division title back in 1996. But he left for Manchester City in a swap which saw Nicky Summerby move from the northwest to the northeast. Summerby had played against Sunderland in the first ever league game at the Stadium of Light. Now he was back for his red and white home debut against Tranmere. David Kelly had been scoring goals for fun since Peter Reid sold him to Rovers in the close season. But it was the Sunderland boss who was smiling afterwards.
Clark just got a foot in there. Johnston has got another touch, and Phillips has got a better one, and so too has Clark. Beautifully worked for 1-0, Lee Clark. Johnston really causing problems down that left. Quinn. Clark picks it up again. Barging his way through. Quinn. Beaten away for Clark. And somehow he's turned that one in for a second. Lee Clark, 2-0. Clark's seen so much of the ball in this one. Oh, Quinn just backed off there. And Phillips was on hand for a third. 3-0. Great. Clark, it's an up and under there. Phillips keeping his eye on it. Still with Phillips. And back for Clark. And Quinn. Excellent save by Simonson. And Ray's on the line there and heads it away.
Biggest influence was Big Niall Quinn back. Great focal point, and I think it was something that I'd always thought that if we could get Niall and Kev together, fit and playing, we'd have a chance. You know, formidable partnership, and fortunately for us, it tended. That was the start, and then I just felt the lads grew in confidence. I mean, the likes of Craddock and Williams and Holloway were coming in the side. And it just started. That was the start of it. I mean, Alex Ray was bombing on for a place. I think we lost Borley for a few games, and Clarkey was starting to fired on all cylinders, and it just seemed a dramatic change in confidence and the way we knocked the ball around.
December was the month Sunderland really made the rest of the league sit up and take notice, and at Queen's Park Rangers, Niall Quinn eventually came good.
Just knocked out by Williams there. Johnston looking up, Quinn is in the middle. He's hit the woodwork again. It's not going his way. Sunderland have got plenty back here. Summerby tracking in as well. A little bit of pressure just put him off, I think. It's a good one for someone to jump for. It was Quinn, and he's hooked that one in. No, this time it's a handball. Space comes Lee Clark, always looking up for what might be on. Quinn is there at the far post. This time, yes, at last. 4 minutes to go, and finally Niall Quinn gets his reward. 1-0. Gray wants to push and run it. Good bit of pace there. Hunt, oh, great save there from Perez. Still under pressure. Oh, against the post, unbelievable. And that time deflected over the bar. Gray, turning out wide and trying another run at it. Help from Johnston. Gray, got the cross in. Oh, it's a fabulous goal from Kevin Phillips. It looked as though Quinn might be the target, but it was Phillips who got in there. Phillips has got goal side of the defence, did well to knock it down. Clark, excellent work again there from Alan Miller, it needed to be. Quinn again, Johnston takes up the running here, he's opened up the room for the shot. Excellent goal from Alan Johnston now, and it's 2-0. Quinn trying to squeeze it through, touch of handball there surely, but Summerby's playing on, and Phillips there got a touch, and that's 1-0. Good advantage played. Quinn again with the layoff. Phillips, Summerby's hit it, and he scored. That's 2-0. Summerby gets one. Phillips just backing off him a bit. Oh, they couldn't afford to do that. Saved by the woodwork. Played forward for Quinn to chase, and he's still chasing it. And a lovely, delicate little touch there for 3-0. Niall Quinn kept on going.
Remember this? Martin Scott scoring a cracker against Watford a year earlier. Well, you'd be pushed to remember any of the fullbacks' games in 1997. He had been tipped for England. 5 operations, but paid to that.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about England, but to be honest with you, I weren't. I just had to play a full season, which I didn't do last year. I only played 17 games. I've only played 11 games this year, which I know it's not enough. You've got to play 30, 40 games a season to get recognised. It's been a frustrating year. There's no two ways about it, but I'm professional. I've got to train hard, I've got to work hard. I've got to get in the reserve team first, and then hopefully look for the first team. There's no guarantee for anybody.
By now, the fans were starting to believe in the Premiership dream. And when Bradford City came up on Boxing Day, crowd figures crashed through the 40,000 barrier at the new ground for the very first time.
Alex Ray. Summerby's got some space here. Leads the delivery. Phillips. Sunderland have got the lead. Kevin Phillips again. He's 10th of the season. 11 minutes gone. Really good delivery there from Summerby, and Phillips got up and got the ball. Summerby again asking the questions down that right-hand side. What about ball in? Quinn, oh, he's hit the post. Here comes Ray, just wide as well. Now Lee Clark. Johnston still going, they're backing off him here. Johnston, he just rolled it into that corner. 2-0 to Sunderland. Good jump by Quinn, that. Summerby, Phillips got a touch there. That's Phillips' goal. The whistle's gone, that's a handball. I think it's against Holloway. Jimson, that's 1-1 from the penalty spot.
An unbeaten 5-match run through December had brought Sunderland 13 points and pushed them into a playoff spot. Peter Reid's reward was to be named First Division Manager of the Month.
Yeah, December was a great one for the team. I mean, managers get awards because of what the team does, and the team were exceptional. We're playing some great football. I think it was we were getting 40,000 in the Stadium of Light, which is the best in the country, and the whole atmosphere and the whole confidence around the football club was very, very high, and it was you know, the players, I felt, were looking forward to games, were looking forward to playing at home, and it was just superb. And it was a time when I think everybody at the football club thought we could go on to better things.
'98 kicked off with an FA Cup third-round trip to Rotherham, and it was a match to remember for Kevin Phillips.
Phillips from the spot then. 1-0 to Sunderland, and they're off and running. Ray with a really determined break here. Options in the middle. Phillips, 2-0, no problem. Decent looking break this by Rotherham. And Garner, he's got one back. They're still fighting, Rotherham. Got through to Clark. That's a good turn. That's an even better one. And Phillips has got his hat-trick. 3 for Phillips. Clark again getting down that right-hand side. Quinn. Phillips. 4 goals for Kevin Phillips. That one served up on a plate. Clark. Johnston. And Quinn, and no, Quinn gets in on the act now. That's 5 for Sunderland. And can I have my ball back, please, says Kevin Phillips.
After seeing off Rotherham, it was their South Yorkshire neighbours, Sheffield United, who came to the Stadium of Light for one of the most thrilling battles of the season.
Braddock got up there. Oh, that's a goal! Dean Saunders. Forward for Quinn. Touch there for Summerby if he can get to it ahead of Nielsen. Summerby swinging it across there. Phillips, another excellent save there from Alan Kelly. Good response to going a goal down from Sunderland as they chase the equaliser now. Quinn. Oh, a superb equaliser from Niall Quinn. That one went in like a shell. Hutchison. And Ray again gets in an excellent midfield challenge. Oh, and a fine ball and set Johnston in. Really good break this by Sunderland. It needs the right ball in. Here's Quinn. Oh, off the line by Holdsworth. Great move by Sunderland. Clark, good ball to Ray. He can shove it on square if he wants, but instead it's through to Niall Quinn. Oh, excellent goal! Alex Ray. Well worked, and the finish even better. In Sunderland regain possession. Clark in for Quinn, who wants to turn his man. Michael Gray now. Gray trying to go through all the way. Hammered it in there. And that's 3-1. And that's Lee Clark. 6 successive games that he scored. The first time a Sunderland player has managed that for 46 years since Trevor Ford in 1951. And now Sheffield United have pulled one back. Clark again. Phillips is in the middle. Here's Phillips. It's 4-2. Phillips just cannot stop scoring.
Kevin Phillips went to Main Road looking to equal a 44-year-old club record. Back in 1953, Scottish forward Tommy Wright had scored in 7 successive matches. Phillips was about to enter the history books.
Summerby with the corner kick then. Plenty to aim at. Phillips was there, just couldn't get over the top of that one. Gray this time, a lot of height on that ball in. Quinn steering it down for Clark. Now it's with Summerby, he has to deliver. And Phillips, and he's got his goal! 7 games running. He's equalled the record. He's got a little bit of help, but who's complaining? Not Kevin Phillips. 1-0.
Back in 1996, Sunderland's record-breaking run of 18 games without defeat came to an end in the last match of the season at Tranmere. But with promotion already won, it was still party time at Prenton Park. 2 years on, and Peter Reid's side were looking to equal that record and make it through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. But it was a miserable trip back from Merseyside once again.
Clark forced deep, and he's given that one away to David Kelly. This is Parkinson, and he scored. 1-0 Tranmere, and Sunderland gave that one away rather.
No cup run this season then, but to strengthen the push for the Premiership, Peter Reid went over to Italy to bring back former QPR striker Danny Dichio. The England under-21 international had found it hard to break into the Sampdoria side and had been loaned out to Lecce. But for £800,000, he left behind the sunshine of Italy for a First Division promotion fight on Wearside.
I think when you look at some of the fees, it's cheap money. Now the lad's just got to go out and perform. He's got a tremendous ability, and hopefully this move will kickstart his career.
Sampdoria was I mean, an excellent experience for me, and also at Lecce because I made my Serie A debut there, scored on it, and it was an experience. I put it down to an experience. It's behind me now, and hopefully I can bring some of that experience what I learnt over there to my game over here.
But Danny's reasons for leaving Lecce just didn't add up.
After that, they went to a formation of playing 3-5-1, and didn't really get a look in after that.
3-5-1's only 9 outfield players. Isn't it? You ain't that bad, were you? What's going on? Hey.
I've been getting the score. I wasn't going to score out there as well.
Dichio was on the bench for the game at Norwich on a night when just about everything went wrong.
Sunderland looking to make these dead ball kicks count. Williams attacks it. And Michael Gray so close to the opening goal. Norwich retaining a lot of solidity at the back. Coots giving a chase. Here comes Perez. Oh, that's a poor clearance. Eadie needs to hit the target. Oh, that's a marvellous effort from Darren Eadie. He really punished Sunderland then. Nice touch. Here's Eadie. Coots sprayed Fugelstadt in. It's got it off Craddock, and that's the second goal. Ray looking for a break now. Clark looking for room for the shot. It's a good one, and it's a goal. all determination there, and Brian Gunn beaten by the pace of it. Clark really hit it, firmly struck. Gunn tried to beat it away, but it was too powerful for him.
Having lost at Carrow Road, it was important to bounce back against Port Vale, and that's exactly what they did.
Somerby's corner comes, the keeper has stayed there, and that was Kevin Ball getting in with a tremendous jump and a header. The ball out wide from Phillips to Somerby, and a decent return, and it's a goal! And it's Johnston who's back with a bang. Clark, Somerby's ball in wide, and Quinn! Oh, a fabulous save! Quinn's onto it, and that's another one. And it's Phillips who gets the last touch. Now Phillips away, Quinn's in a good position. He's going to have to go solo here, he's got very little support. Brilliantly done! No, Quinn! What a great touch from the big fella. Somerby, Kevin Ball, and again they're living on the edge. Nicely played out wide by Naylor. Give it Talbot, and that's one goal back for Port Vale. Makin looking to go all the way, and Quinn now has a clear shooting chance, and Musselwhite just did enough again. Into the final 3 minutes, yet another Sunderland corner. Braddock this time gets to it, and Sunderland have racked it up.
Port Vale scored late on, but it was another victory for Sunderland and a great way for captain Kevin Ball to mark his comeback. He'd been out for 3 months and spent much of that time in hospital sorting out a worrying blood disorder.
It was at the Stoke game when we beat Stoke down at Britannia Stadium. I went in for a tackle with a lad just before half-time and cut all my shin open, and it was bad, but obviously not bad enough for stitches, and played on with it. Never thought a lot of it, but to cut a long story short, what it was the onset of an infection in my shin. It's for my good, and I appreciated all the treatment I got from both the hospitals and the people at the club, and all the sort of consultants that are, and the doctors connected with the club. I mean, that was vitally important, and obviously it helped me a tremendous amount. From then on in, it was a case of like I wasn't allowed to do anything for about 6 weeks. Then it was like a mini pre-season for me again.
Clark. One of Sunderland's best work in this first half, a stem from Clark. Johnston! Hit the post! What a let-off for Wolves. Johnston very unlucky. Certainly Gray seems to be shaping up for a shot, but it's not him, it's Johnston! It came down off the crossbar. He's hit the post and the bar now. Up-cut Wolves, but not very far. Curl's header. Not Alan Johnston's day. Takeo. Here is Johnston. Prodded on for Quinn. Johnston measuring his cross. And it's there! Kevin Ball. He hit it really well. Sweetly beyond Mike Stowe. Sunderland lead.
Braddock again getting the ball forward a lot of distance. Touch from Quinn to Phillips. Wide to Johnston. It's the pattern that Sunderland like to work. Quinn's pulled off at the far post. Superbly finished off. No, Quinn, copybook stuff. 1-0 Sunderland after 21 minutes. Clark takes it up. Got the initiative now, and they'll be looking to really press it home. This is Phillips. Locked in again. Gray is there, and it's a second one. 2 in a minute, and it's Alex Ray, and suddenly Reading are collapsing. Early free kick by Michael Gray is knocked in. Owen Phillips is in there again, and they're off and running once more, and Kevin Phillips, who was so close before the interval, gets his goal 45 seconds after the restart. Oh, bad ball there into space. Oh, well, that's an excellently taken goal. Jason Bowen, the man who's finished it off, and some reward at last for Reading. Thomas's effort there is latched onto once again by Kevin Phillips. Punished again. Another one for Phillips. And now it's 4-1.
After 3 wins in a row, it was off to the Riverside for the third Teesway derby of the season. Middlesbrough had won the previous 2. It wasn't to be third time lucky for Sunderland.
Merson takes it on again. Merson fancies having a run. Still Merson, and he's found Townsend, and Branca's got a chance! And Branca scores! And here's Branca now. Middlesbrough sweeping forward, Branca's rubbish man. It's still Branca going. Branca, he's done it again. Marco Branca. Armstrong taking it down. Well, Armstrong gets his shot in, and he scored as well. And Alan Armstrong has scored on his debut. Dichio, oh, that's a good ball to Clark. And Lee Clark has pulled one back. Johnston now. Johnson onto the right foot. Oh, he's tucked that one away nicely. Sunderland have got the lead 1-0. Alan Johnston. Summerby's corner. And that's a touch on from Johnston. And he's got a second. Clark now. Still with Clark. That's a penalty. Julian Watts with a foul. And now Johnston for the hat-trick. 3 in 22 minutes for Alan Johnston. What a night. Back by Barnes. Allison. That's one back for Huddersfield. 3-1. Orton's corner. Sunderland still haven't got it away. Still haven't got it away. David Phillips. 3-2, and it's getting close. Radican Johnson jumping for that. Johnson gets up superbly for his size. Now it's Maffey taking over. Just knocked through there for Petter. And that's the first goal for Ipswich. Bobby Petter. Williams with a good run, and it's still in. And the efforts of Tony Mowbray couldn't keep it out, and Sunderland with a lightning-fast response. Johnson again, somehow found Maffey with that. Dyer, that's an excellent goal. Kieran Dyer puts Ipswich back ahead again. Now Lee Clark's onto it. Options out wide through Summerby. Clark may go solo. Wright had to beat it away with his foot. Gray. Johnson is giving more width on the left again. Johnson gets the ball in impressively. Quinn going for it. Phillips. Oh, that's a marvellous goal. Kevin Phillips on the mark once again, and this time in spectacular style. Mark again. Nice stuff. This close passing football, and he set Phillips in, but the flag is up on the far side. Certainly won't count. Holloway Throws it in once more, looking for something to fall. Quinn's got away from his man, into the middle, and Phillips hits the post. It was Ray who got that final effort in there, with Phillips hovering as well. It's still not clear, and Ray got another header in.
Next up, it was leaders Nottingham Forest, who'd thrashed Middlesbrough 4-0 at the City Ground just 3 days earlier. But Sunderland was simply unstoppable.
Holloway, that's good work. Not a bad ball in either. Johnston. And it's a goal, and it's Alex Ray. What a vital breakthrough for Sunderland. And Hoydonk is right back there. Going in all sorts of trouble, that. Williams, oh, and Besson really had to react there. Forrest on the edge. Van Hooydonk again. Campbell, Van Hooydonk, Craddock, Perez down, Van Hooydonk down, no penalty. Clark, really nifty footwork there. Quins kept going. That's a vital saving tackle, that. Johnston, he scored. Alan Johnston, it's 2-0. Absolutely jumping there, but that was quick thinking from Johnston. Got a little bit of a touch maybe on the way through, but Besson was beaten. Well, Quinn's in an awful lot of space here. He's got some room, he's got some time. He's got Phillips in the middle. 3-0. 10 minutes to go.
It was a great result, tough place to go. You know, now they're champions, so it was a reflection on that. It was a great result, but we knew we had to go into that game and get something out of it. Not to lose the game, and if we won, it'd be a great bonus. But the performance on the night was outstanding, and I'd probably say that was probably the best performance of the season at such a tough place.
So, 12 games to go now. Against Brett Angel's Stockport, Alan Johnston was looking to take his season's goal tally into double figures.
Ray gets it now. Johnston. He's got room for the shot. Oh! Skims the top of the bar. Clark. Phillips is in his starting blocks. Somerby is wide. Forward for Phillips. Onside. Here's Kevin Phillips. Oh, hits the post. Now Gray. Johnston. Finley trying to get his foot in, but Johnston gets his cross in. And Quinn brings it down. Oh, really well taken there by the big man, Niall Quinn. It's a good run by Johnston. Let's get on the end of Gray's throw, but Gray still needs to start something all over again. Clark. Flag is down. Phillips in a great position. Here's Phillips stretching, and Quinn, and it's a second for Niall Quinn. They were queuing up for it. Another long throw from Mike Flynn. My word, he does get some distance on them. Angel has got one back. Clark's made another good run, another good turn. He might fancy a go himself. Somerby, Phillips wants it. Phillips. Oh, lovely work, and Quinn gets to it, and that's the hat-trick. Johnston, Clark, a little touch on, and Phillips, perfectly taken. He was so sharp, Kevin Phillips, and he is not a man who likes to miss out. Michael Gray now, Dicio, Clark, and Kevin Phillips are all there. Phillips gets his, it's Dicio! Couldn't make the right connection. That was a break on here, Granger out wide for Unlove. He's taken Williams out with him, Craddock keeping an eye on Andy Bowler in the middle. Twisting and turning here from Unlove. Through to Andy Bowler, oh, what a superb strike from the big man.
To question now, everybody just getting one step ahead of the other.
Something here, yes, it's the equaliser, and it's Alan got in confusion, and there was the man, Alan Johnston.
There's been some elegant build-up from both teams. Sunderland looking very dangerous on the break. That was Quinn.
And here's Alex Ray! And Illich has saved it!
What a great save that is.
Holloway. It's done well. It's a great cross to Phillips! And Kevin Phillips, the goal-scoring machine, does it again!
Well, Robert did say this fella hangs in the air. What a great goal. Phillips pounces, bullets the header in, and Sunderland go in front.
Lovely layoff from Mendonca, and this is Jones. Can he go all the way? It deflected off Gray. Bright is there! And that's the equaliser! Here's Gray. Real pace from Michael Gray again. Johnston's outside. Gray's kept on running. Super move this. Quinn is in the middle, so too Phillips. That's a classic goal, Kevin Phillips. Absolutely beautifully worked. And the pace of Michael Gray was at the heart of it. He never stopped running. It was spot on the cross. There was Phillips, no mistake. Goal number 26. McLaughlin now. Oh, there's confusion here. And Hall. And they've gifted that away. Summerby. There's Johnston. A little bit of room for the shot. Johnston. Fabulous goal. Absolutely fantastic strike there from Alan Johnston. They gave him a yard and he took the full mile. Johnston, what confidence inside, and he really belted that in. He's trying to get underneath it, but again Gray gets to it first. He's having an outstanding first half. Armstrong and Small. That is a terrific goal. Johnston. There's Clark though. Phillips. Clark takes over. Good burst this. Lee Clark. That's the equaliser. 2 minutes to half time. And Clark shows the way. Oh, Phillips rode the challenge. Play on, says the referee. They'll have to go solo here. Still Phillips. That's a penalty. It was the brave running of Kevin Phillips that got the penalty. Can he finish off the job? No problem at all. Number 27 for Kevin Phillips. 2-1 Sunderland.
Sunderland's record at Prenton Park read played 6, lost 6, but Peter Reid's men finally smashed their Tranmere jinx.
Wynn tucking it through now, and Phillips, and Sunderland ahead, 6 minutes gone. Kevin Phillips. It's a good first-time ball. Phillips having a look up, and it's Summerby in the middle there. Summerby for 2-0. Phillips the provider this time. Really nicely weighted ball in, and Summerby kept on going, and that's 2-0. Peter Reid, just a few more instructions there. But now it's Kevin Phillips with a chance here. He could really wrap it up this time, but it's just deflected over.
was a good month. It was a hard month, but just to finish it off for me, it was good because I scored a goal against Tranmere. It was a good month. I think a few of them were away from home, were they? So we picked up a point at Charlton, but to finish off, winning at Tranmere was good.
And a bit of a jinx the club had on going to Tranmere. They hadn't won. They'd lost all 6 games before that.
Yeah, they had, and especially we'd lost in the cup as well. But we went there, they're a hard team to play against because they just get their ball forward quickly, and they've got a lad who takes throw-ins, and he can get in the box with the throw-ins. And we went there second time, and we played very well and deservedly won.
Easter, so often make or break time, and on Weir's side, there were more than a few broken hearts.
Phillips, Clark has slipped into a good position. This is Quinn. Oh, so close from ball, tipped away by the goalkeeper. Here's Summerby, aiming for Johnston, and he's picked him out magnificently. Clark just behind. He's taking on Bardsley though. The goalkeeper spilt it, and Quinn is in there, and Sunderland take the lead. Jones has put Scully through here, and Quasi's gone into the box. Good work from Scully. Sheeran! Magnificent save from Perez. And in comes Kevin Ball. Johnston, still Phillips and Quinn, the danger men in the box. And he's looking for Niall Quinn! Reaches out magnificently to make it 2-0 and surely now settle the points. Bit of confusion here, and Sheeran Stoles in.
Rangers certainly growing in confidence here. They feel a draw could be on the cards.
And Slade here has put Sheeran through. 1 goal for him already, and now a second. Would you believe it?
Quinn's corner, and there's Hughes, and West Brom have got the lead, just 2 minutes gone. Lee Hughes. The ball into space. Here's McDermott now, time to measure it. Kilbane, and that's the second for West Brom. Johnston now. They're looking for the offside, but Quinn has pulled one back. 2-1. Summerby. Got some height on that one. Quinn was at the far post, but here's Phillips now, and Sunderland right back in it. 2-2. Kevin Phillips. Quinn and Gray together there, and Quinn has gone down, and Gray is in trouble here. It's a red card for Mickey Gray. He's out of this one. Clark knocks it forward. Quinn tries to lob Adamson, and it's still gone in, and the 10 men are ahead 3-2. This is Steve Nicol, and here's Hughes, and it's 3-3 with a minute left.
Unbeaten over Easter then, but effectively 4 points dropped. They couldn't afford to give anything away to Dario Gradi's crew.
Quinn is waiting in the middle for the service. Johnston, still going Johnston. Good work by the keeper, and it's spare, and ball, and it's goal! Sunderland have scored, 4 minutes gone, and the skipper's leading from the front. And this is Clark through the middle. Lee Clark with a chance here for 2-0. He takes that so comfortably. It was never in doubt. Gray getting in a bit of a tangle there. Definite opening for Crew here. Perez down. Perez there again. Third time lucky. No, not for Steve Garvey. Bignett again. A little bit tangled up there, but He's still going all right. Johnston doing his share of the defending, but Bignard is taking a bit of shrugging off the ball here. Oh, that's a marvellous goal. That's Charnock.
And so to what every fan was hoping would be the last home game of the season. Another full house at the Stadium of Light, that's a matter of course now, and another match to remember.
Somerville's corner, just chipped towards Quinn, who got a touch on it. Brilliant save by Southall against the bar. And it's in finally, and it's Williams, and it's 1-0 Sunderland. And Stoke just couldn't keep that one out. Quinn's going to jump for this one. Phillips trying to get on the end of it. Hits the post. That's unbelievable. Lightbourne. It's picked up instead by Johnston. Now Phillips is away here. Could this be goal number 30? It certainly is. Kevin Phillips makes it 2-0 and becomes the first Sunderland players since Brian Clough 36 years ago to reach the 30-goal mark. Johnson opening up the room for the shot. Oh, hits the woodwork. That was a brilliant effort. Quinn can't finish it off. Sunderland corner, 2 minutes left. Quinn tries to bring it down. Shot was blocked. Clark shapes for another effort. Into the middle there. And it's Phillips again. That's 3-0. Phillips is second, his 31st of the season. And Sunderland wrap up their home campaign in real style.
The fans wouldn't leave until Peter Reid had sent his players back out on a lap of honour. Whatever lay in store, one thing was certain. For all the worries about the name, the early problems with tickets and the doubts about whether they could actually fill the place, the first season at the Stadium of Light was an unforgettable experience. The trip to Ipswich always threatened to be the toughest match of the promotion run-in. 6 points from the last 2 games would guarantee a place back in the top flight. But Ipswich had their eyes on the Premiership as well.
Craddock away, straight back at him, more defending to do. Johnson robbing him. Craddock wanted it to go out. Petter coming in there, and it's a goal. Ipswich have scored, and it's Holland, Matt Holland. Matthew with a touch on for Johnson. Johnson getting around his man, looking for the penalty, they've got it. Referee was a fair way behind it. Craddock is penalised, and it's all going wrong. Alex Matthew, the former Newcastle player, and it's saved by Perez. Great save by the French keeper, a real cult hero. But here come Ipswich again, there's no end to the danger. And that time it is a goal, and this time Matthew has got it. Quinn through the middle, can he get to this one first? It's a good setup for Dicchio, and he couldn't finish it off, and still looking for that first Sunderland goal.
With 1 game to go, it was now out of their hands. Middlesbrough were back in the driving seat in 2nd place. A win or a draw at Swindon would be enough for Sunderland to regain that position, but only if the Borough failed to beat Oxford at the Riverside.
And already play is centred midway inside Swindon's half with a Sunderland throw-in to come. Peter Reid not far away from him. Steve McMahon, they used to be a bit closer in their old playing days. It's in here to Phillips on the turn. Oh, a cracking goal from who else but Kevin Phillips. That's a wonderful striker's goal. They're still all up there, and he's got a good ball in, and Craddock knocked it across. Phillips coming, 2 goals. 2 for Phillips, 2 for Sunderland, 2-0 the scoreline. And it was quick thinking by Lee Clark here. When it came back to him, he pinged it forward into the penalty area there. Brannigan stayed forward, nudged it down into Phillips' path, and from that moment on, there was only one end result. Sunderland have left only one man up front. Now, Walters, you might fancy trying to curve one around the wall here. I think if it's Bullock, it'll be a blast. And it will indeed be Walters. Oh, and he deserved a goal. That was a fine shot by Mark Walters. Well, the Sunderland fans are delighted with what is going on here at Swindon. But they're very concerned about what's happening at the Riverside Stadium, and maybe news so far as Sunderland are concerned is not so good for them. Swindon have 3 in the box, and here's that cross in towards Hay. Tackle on him, but he still gets it back for Walters, who makes space for a shot. Oh, it's a cracking goal! Mark Walters, and he thoroughly deserves that.
A final flourish from Kevin Phillips, but with Borough winning 4-1, it wasn't quite enough. Just one more point, and the promotion parties would have been in full swing back in Sunderland instead of on Teesside. Peter Reid simply had to pick them up and start all over again.
On behalf of myself and the players, a big thank you to the best supporters in the world.
Well, the thing is, we've got to do our work against Sheffield United first. We're not thinking that far ahead. We know we're going to have 2 hard games against those. At the end of the day, the best team will win.
It was really crunch time, and to be perfectly honest, the players had a bad 15 minutes at the end of the QPR game, a bad 25 minutes at West Brom, and ultimately, I mean, you look at it over the season, but ultimately at the death, they're the 2 games that cost us, and in both games, I mean, the QPR game, we battered them, and it was, you know, it was just individual errors that cost us, and then I think I was quoted at West Brom saying we never got off the coach, and we're 2-0 down after 15 minutes, 4 back, and then Mickey Gray gets sent off, and we battle away and nearly do it to a goal in the last minute. I mean, things like that, you know, decide whether you go up automatically or the playoffs, and I thought we were slightly unfortunate, you know, but people say the best couple of teams go up over the 46 games, but I thought my players were a little bit unlucky.
It was disappointing, you know, we was all hoping come the last day of the season, as long as we went to Swindon and got our result. I rang a couple of the Oxford lads that I know, and they said they'd have a go, and to be fair to them, they did. Obviously, once Borough got a goal, I mean, I don't think there was going to be any question then that they were going to go on and win and get the result they needed.
If you'd have told me at the beginning of the season I was going to get 90 points, be the leading goal scorers and not go up, I'd have said you'd be in a lunatic asylum, but that's the way it worked out.
Sunderland fans had bittersweet memories of the playoffs. A semi-final victory over Newcastle in 1990, followed by a Wembley shocker against Swindon. What they needed was a good start from the first leg, away to Sheffield United.
Biccio trying to get on the end of it and coming up with the ball as well. Looking around for support, the movement on the outside. Here's Johnston. And ball. That is a glorious strike from Kevin Ball, and Sunderland have got the lead. 17 minutes gone. And it's Kevin Ball. What a strike. Williams, ball just stretching and getting his foot in. Johnston, that was a good tackle. Clark, Devlin, ball strong and determined. Devlin just getting a little fractious there with his challenge, but getting the ball back cleanly. Devlin again for Saunders. A bit more pace and grit about this move. Saunders, Quinn, great save, Perez. It was Wayne Quinn who provided the extra man out wide, but Perez came up really big. The best opening yet for Sheffield United. 21-year-old Wayne Quinn was the man out wide. Saunders, that was neat. Good ball from Marcelo. Saunders left it, and Perez dealt with it so positively. Overcomes the corner again, and that's the equaliser, and it's Marcelo the substitute. And that time Perez could not get to it, and Sheffield United are level. And Quinn, the 2 wing-backs are there. Here goes Borbokis. Oh, superb! That was absolutely inch-perfect.
Back at a foggy Stadium of Light, with a 40,000 crowd behind them, Sunderland turned the tables. This night revived magical memories of Roker Park, Manchester City and the FA Cup fifth-round replay of 1973. Unforgettable.
Clark dispossessing his man Bobby Ford then. And Sunderland spring forward. It's Holloway. It's Johnston now. Phillips is spared. Johnston. It's got in. Johnston's shot got a touch on the way through, but Sunderland have got the lead. It's level overall, 20 minutes gone, and it was that tackle from Lee Clark that turned possession around, and Sheffield United were punished. Johnston, just that little deflection. This is Hamilton. Ball is looking to get the tackle in, and does do. Johnston waits for Gray, he knows he'll be running. This is a great position for Michael Gray. He absolutely braided into the middle there. Tracy was struggling, there was cover there from Holdsworth. Back in by Sandy, and it's 2-0, and it's Kevin Phillips. Goal number 34, he's level with Brian Clough, but it's Sunderland who go into a 2-0 lead. And that's the statistic that's really got this crowd jumping again. What a fabulous overlap though by Mickey Gray. Tracy got it out, Holdsworth got it out again, and Phillips stuck out a boot and turned it in there. And Quinn now. And here goes Johnston. Oh, it's hit the post now. And Sheffield United are at 6s and 7s. That was nearly good night and hello Wembley. That was a really rash challenge to say the least from Holdsworth, and this is a frantic 2 or 3 minutes. Here comes Sheffield United again. This is dangerous. That's a fantastic save again and again. Double stuff there, first from Devlin. Surely only seconds left between Sunderland and the playoff final. Another important header from Kevin Ball. Buccio lashes it away. That's it. The referee blows his whistle, and Sunderland and Peter Reid are heading for Wembley and the playoff final. Peter Reid's team live on. The Premiership dream is alive for Wearside.
Well, we're there at Wembley, but we haven't done what we've got to do, because we've got our game against Charlton. One more to go, and then we can celebrate, but it's going to be hard.
Are you looking forward to the Wembley experience?
It'll be brilliant. It's a great place to play football.
We just needed a break and just needed a goal, and we couldn't get a goal. And I think there'd been 2 cracking games against 2 even teams, and we just didn't quite, have the luck on the night.
So the fans got their day out at Wembley. The omens weren't good though. Middlesbrough, Newcastle and even Tel Law had walked this path during the season, and they'd all lost. But the Wearside fans were convinced it'd be a different ball game this time. More than 40,000 made the journey to witness the final act in Sunderland's dramatic season. It had come down to this: one game, winner takes all. A place with the Premiership high rollers up for grabs. It's been called the most valuable match in English football. Peter Reid and Sunderland finished 3rd. Alan Kirbishley and Charlton were 4th, so it was always going to be tense. But no one inside Wembley Stadium could have predicted what lay ahead. The last match of the season would turn out to be the most incredible match of the season, and no one will ever forget it.
Here's Mendonca. It's a good turn, Mendonca, and it's a goal. Clive Mendonca, the Sunderland fan brought up on Wearside, has inflicted a real blow on Peter Reid's team now. Summerby now looking to make it count. There's a great goal there from Niall Quinn. How did he squeeze that one in at the near post? It did not seem on, and he stooped and he conquered then. And they are suddenly ecstatic. Oh, that is the response at the start of this second half. Quinn got to it first, There wasn't any room for the ball to go through, surely. Kinsella on the near post. Quinn. Oh, it's fallen here for Phillips. It's there. It's goal number 35. It's a record breaker, and even more important, it's given Sunderland the lead. The Nationwide League Player of the Season. The most prolific marksman now in English football with that goal has struck again. That was a crucial header. It fell for Phillips. All awareness and touch as usual, and he knocked it past Ilic. 9 games without conceding a goal, Sasa Ilic, but 2 have gone past him in 7 minutes now. Kevin Phillips breaks Brian Clough's post-war goal-scoring record, and Sunderland are ahead. Peter Reid will be non-stop motion now. Jones showing plenty of power. Running over Craddock. Now Mendonca looking to get behind Williams. Here's Mendonca again. Mendonca, he's done it once again. Mendonca gets the equaliser. It's 2-2. And here comes Sunderland. And here comes Summerby. 2 down after that collision. Lee Clark is the man who's gone wide. Owen Quinn's got space here. Quinn brings it down. And he scored. No, Quinn gets a second. It's 3-2 Sunderland now. And Sunderland have bounced back again. Oh, they can hardly believe it. This is some contest. And Niall Quinn is having the game of his life. Great chest down, and what a finish at the near post. Ilic beaten once more, and the Charlton defence, so impregnable recently, has conceded 3. Quinn got round the back and finished in style, and Sunderland have got their noses in front yet again. What a response. And Derbyshire can't believe it, and this time it's the Sunderland bench who are jumping. Gray gets his tackle in, that's a corner kick. No time to argue, only time to get the defensive organisation correct, to check the marking as the corner comes across. Perez has come a long way for it, and that's a goal. It's another one, and it's Richard Rufus. It's 3-3. That's it. It's extra time now after an absolutely sensational second half. Gray. They're off for Summerby. Summerby! Oh, what a fantastic goal from Summerby! It's 4-3! Nicky Summerby! And the pendulum swings back towards Wearside. Up go the fans, and Summerby, the man who exchanged Manchester City for Sunderland. City heading for Division 2, and is it now Sunderland heading for the Premiership? What an excellent finish! And Summerby, the goal of his life, surely. Right through the middle. Summerby, who spends so much time out wide, his 4th Sunderland goal. We're now doing the defensive work. Robinson into the middle. Ball finds Johnston. What a thumping tackle that was from Brown. Here's Jones. Craddock couldn't get to it. And he's done it again, Mendonca. That's a hat-trick. That is it. We've had 8 goals, we've had unbelievable drama, but still we do not know who will join Forest and Middlesbrough in the Premiership. Quinn's 2 goals, Mendonca's hat-trick, but now we go down to the agony of penalties. Lionel Perez is the first to face in this first ever shootout to decide a place in the Premiership. Hat-trick man Clive Mendonca scores. And Charlton are off and running, and Mendonca has certainly done his bit. Sunderland have only had 2 penalties all season. Kevin Phillips took them both. It's going to be Nicky Summerby, who's already scored once. Can set the standard for Sunderland, and he absolutely blasts it home. Well, that was authority. Steve Brown with the second one, and he's put it away as well. The Charlton defender maintains the standard, 2-1. Alan Johnston will take Sunderland's second penalty. No problem at all as well. Utter relief. 2-2. Keith Jones will take the third penalty for Charlton, and Jones scores as well. It's flawless so far, and it's 3-2 to Charlton. Kevin Ball, so often the inspiration for Sunderland, the most determined man in the team without doubt, and a really clinical finish there from the skipper. Never the man to let anyone down. Oh, that was superbly struck. 3-3. Sunderland's captain has scored. Can Charlton's Kinsella? Yes, he can. 4-3. The pressure is back on the Wearsiders. It's Chris Makin now. This one for 4-4. And it went in. And that is the most grateful man in Wembley. Now it's Mark Bowen with the fifth penalty. And he's converted as well. Alex Ray has to score. There could be £10 million riding on this penalty. Ray, he scored as well, and now it's sudden death penalties. 5-5. Perez hasn't got his hand to one yet. The sixth penalty for Robinson, and he's put that away as well. Peter Reid looks the coolest man in Wembley, but is Niall Quinn. He has to score this, or Charlton go in, and he has done. 6-6. Now it's Sean Newton. This is the seventh penalty, and it's a 100% record as well. 7-6. Michael Gray, a Sunderland-born lad, a key member of the previous promotion team. Can he put it away? Oh, that was a disaster for Michael Gray, and Charlton Athletic go into the Premiership. Mickey Gray, oh, what agony for him, as Charlton go absolutely berserk. And somehow Peter Reid has got to console his players, and particularly Mickey Gray. But football, so cruel.
I'm very, very proud of my players. I thought they were terrific. I didn't think we played well first off. We were a little bit nervous. After we had a chat at our time, the lads got it down, passed the ball smashing. And, the supporters are top class, the best. And I'm just sorry that we haven't made it.
Say the playoffs is the lottery. Penalties in the playoffs must be the ultimate.
It's cruel. I mean, it possibly is the only way to decide a game, but you try telling Mickey Gray that. I mean, there's too much riding on it for one player. What I would like to do is congratulate Charlton and Alan Kerbishley. Good luck to them.
Very disappointing when you think of the number of fans we brought, how great they've been all season. There's two things can happen now. We can feel sorry for ourselves and take about 12 games, 16 games to get going next season, or we can start the way we played for the last 6 months, because the last 6 months we were the best side in the league. I think everybody would agree with that. And now it's the time. This club is on the way up. Fans have proved that by the numbers that come out. The stadium, the way we play, everything is on the way up. And it's going to be hard to pick a few faces up. There's a few heads gone down. But I tell you, first game of the season, next season, we're going to be there, and we're going to be the favourites to go up. And I promise you now, we'll be up there at the big boys next year.
What next, Peter?
Well, we go again next year. Get up next year.